Someone was hurting her. You could hear it clearly. And then she was gone. That's it. That's the whole thing. 11 seconds of audio from a random Murder Mystery 2 server, a username nobody had ever seen before, and a sound that made people stop scrolling and turn up the volume and watch it again, and again, and again, 10 million times on TikTok alone. The username was Tiffany123Maganda9. And nobody, not the people who made videos about her, not the people who cried in the comments, not the people who built memorials in Brookhaven, nobody actually knew what happened to her. Until now. Subscribe before we go any further. This investigation took a long time. You're going to want to see where it ends. Let's start at the beginning. The actual beginning, not the version that got shared 10 million times. A small YouTube creator was recording a Murder Mystery 2 session. Routine content, nothing unusual. The kind of video that gets a few hundred views and moves on. Then another player joined the server. Tiffany123Maganda9, normal username, normal avatar, nothing that would make you look twice, except her microphone was on. In Murder Mystery 2, that's already unusual. It's not that kind of game. People don't really use voice chat there. It's not built for it, it's not expected, and most players don't have it enabled. So when audio started coming through from Tiffany's side, the creator noticed, and then kept recording, and then posted it. What you hear in those 11 seconds is this: a girl's voice, clearly distressed. Sounds that land like impacts, not punches, something thinner, sharper, like a belt or a strap moving fast through the air. The girl makes sounds you don't need to translate, and then, mid-session, with no warning, she leaves the game. Just like that. Gone. The creator posted the video. It spread. And the internet did what the internet does. It took 11 seconds of audio and built an entire world around it. Here's where the story gets complicated. And here's where most of the videos about Tiffany get it wrong. Because before we can talk about Tiffany, we have to talk about SadKid246. If you've been in the Roblox community for any amount of time, you probably know the name. SadKid246 was a viral case from a few years ago. Another player, another moment of apparent distress caught on camera, another wave of theories and memorial games and TikTok videos with crying emojis in the comments. The difference with SadKid246 was that the more people dug into it, the more the story started to fall apart. The audio didn't quite match what was claimed. The game it happened in, Neighbors, not Murder Mystery 2, was notorious for exactly this kind of staged content. Players deliberately setting up fake distress scenarios to get attention. The sounds in the Sad Kid video, when you listened carefully, were consistent with a sound effect you could find in under 30 seconds on YouTube. It was almost certainly staged. But here's the thing about staged viral content. Once it's out, it doesn't matter. The comments kept coming. The games kept getting built. The memorial videos kept racking up views because people had already decided what the story was, and new information wasn't going to change that. Now look at the description of the Tiffany video. Right there, clearly written. Sad Kid Girl. Was that a coincidence? A reference? Was someone making a direct connection between these two cases? And then, the rumors started. In the comments, across TikTok, spreading the way rumors spread when there's no official information to push them back. Tiffany123Maganda9 was Sad Kid 246's sister. Same household, same mother, same story, second child. It was everywhere, and nobody had a single piece of evidence to support it. So let's talk about what we actually know. Not what was claimed, what we know. The username, Tiffany123Maganda9. That last part, Maganda, is not a random string of letters. In Filipino, Maganda means beautiful, pretty. It's a real word, a common one. The kind a teenager might use when picking a username to describe herself or something she loved. This is the first solid data point. There is a reasonable probability that Tiffany was Filipino or had a connection to Filipino culture, that's not nothing. The Philippines has one of the largest Roblox player bases in Southeast Asia. Young players, often playing on family devices or shared accounts, often in environments where parents have very different relationships with gaming than parents in, say, the United States. This context matters, not as an accusation of anything, just as background. With this information, the search got more specific. Filipino players. The name Tiffany123Maganda9. Any trace of this account across social media. And that's when the TikTok account appeared. Here's where it gets genuinely strange. The account, Tiffany123Maganda9. Same username, exactly, as the Roblox profile. 3 videos, almost no followers. And the content, when you actually watch it, is the kind of thing that makes you sit back and try to figure out what you're looking at. The first video was uploaded in 2020, 5 years before all of this. The screen is almost entirely dark, just a red glow like a hand half covering a phone camera. And there's audio, reversed audio, or something that sounds like it. A fan maybe, something mechanical, something that doesn't quite make sense as casual content. Was it a cry for help encoded in reversed sound? Almost certainly not. When you actually reverse it, it doesn't resolve into words or a message. It's just noise. But the instinct to look for meaning in it, to feel like someone was trying to communicate something hidden, that instinct is hard to shake, because the visual is genuinely unsettling. A covered camera, a muffled sound, uploaded 5 years ago by an account with no other presence. The second video came in October 2025, 5 years later, almost to the month. And this one showed a Roblox avatar, orange, the same one the Tiffany123Maganda9 Roblox account was wearing, dancing on screen while the audio from the original viral video played in the background. Think about what that means for a moment. Someone uploaded a video using Tiffany's avatar while Tiffany's audio played behind it. Either this was Tiffany herself, using the same TikTok account she'd had since 2020, making a reference to her own viral moment, or someone else had created an account with the exact same username and was using it to engage with the case. But here's the technical detail that changes the analysis. In Roblox's catalog avatar creator, there's a function that lets you render any player's avatar using their username as a command. Anyone can do it. And when you do, there are interface buttons visible on screen that would immediately reveal that the avatar wasn't being displayed from inside the actual account. It was just a render, unless you crop them out, which is exactly what this TikTok video did. The video was oddly, specifically cropped, just enough to hide the edges, just enough to make it look like the avatar was being accessed from the real account rather than rendered externally. Why would Tiffany herself need to crop out evidence that the avatar was hers? She wouldn't. She'd know it was hers. But someone pretending to be Tiffany would need to hide exactly that. The third video on the account was an edit about the Tiffany case, a fan edit, essentially, the kind that gets made about viral subjects. The question this raises is simple. Why would the real Tiffany make a fan edit about herself? It's not impossible. People do strange things when they become unexpectedly viral, but it sits wrong. It feels like someone performing the role of Tiffany rather than someone actually being her. The working conclusion, this TikTok account was almost certainly not hers. Then came the Thai channel. While going through international coverage of the case, looking for any videos from the Philippines specifically, or from Southeast Asian creators who might have had access to information that hadn't reached English language platforms, a Thai channel appeared in the search results. Big channel, significant following, and their Tiffany video had a claim in the thumbnail that made everything stop. We found the real Tiffany in Roblox. The video was long, the production was polished, and the intro showed footage of a Roblox session where a player with Tiffany's username appeared to be present and communicating. Except, look at the player list in Murder Mystery 2. In that game, unlike most Roblox games, the player tab doesn't show display names. It shows actual Roblox usernames. Raw, unambiguous, impossible to fake. And in this Thai video, at every moment where the player list became visible, it had been deliberately hidden, cut away from, covered, every single time. If this was genuinely Tiffany, showing the player list for 2 seconds would have confirmed everything instantly. It would have been the most compelling evidence in the entire case. There was no reason to hide it, unless showing it would have proved the opposite. The channel was using a fake account with the same display name, not the real username. The video was staged, and at one point, apparently trying to add legitimacy, the creator claimed they'd spoken to the girl on screen, and she told them her mother had hit her for not wanting to study and spending too much time on Roblox, which would be a believable story, a recognizable story, the kind of thing that fits the video's audio and the social context of a young player in a household where gaming isn't tolerated. But believable isn't the same as true. And a story told in a staged video by someone who just demonstrated they were willing to fake evidence isn't evidence. The most important comment in this entire case came from TikTok. It was written in Filipino, same language as the username, an account with almost no followers. The comment said the person knew Tiffany, that she was a neighbor, that something serious had happened to her. Read it carefully and you feel it. The specificity, the way it's written, the detail that feels like memory rather than invention. But here is the discipline that separates an actual investigation from a viral rumor. A single comment from an anonymous account with no followers, no history, and no verifiable connection to the case is not evidence. It might be true. It might be someone who processed their own experience by inserting it into a viral story. It might be someone who wanted attention. It might be someone who genuinely knew something and had no other way to say it. There is no way to know. And treating it as confirmation because it feels right is how every false narrative in internet history got started. So what is the truth of the Tiffany123Maganda9 case? Here's what the evidence actually supports. The audio in the original video is almost certainly staged. The whip sounds are high quality in a way that doesn't match the lower quality screaming. They're consistent with a specific sound effect that exists on YouTube and has existed for years. In Murder Mystery 2, where voice chat pranks are essentially unheard of, the scenario is unusual in a way that cuts both directions. It could mean it was real because nobody stages things there, or it could mean someone specifically chose that game because it would seem more credible than Neighbors, where everyone would immediately call it fake. Tiffany herself, the real person if there is one, is essentially untraceable. The original Roblox account is now buried under thousands of impersonator accounts using the same name. The TikTok account that claimed to be hers almost certainly wasn't. The international videos that claimed to have found her were demonstrably faked. The comments claiming to know what happened to her are unverifiable. What's left is this: a username, 11 seconds of audio, 10 million views, and a comment section full of people who cried and people who laughed and people who built Brookhaven memorials and people who used it to make gameplay content and people who claimed to know the truth without knowing anything at all. And somewhere in all of that, maybe a real girl who had a bad day or a bad life or a moment she never expected anyone to see, or a creator who spent 20 minutes finding a sound effect and pointing a microphone at it. The honest answer is, we don't know. And anyone who tells you they do is selling you something. Here's what this case actually is underneath everything else. It's a mirror. It shows you exactly what people want to find when they go looking. The people who wanted a tragedy found a tragedy. They cried in the comments. They built memorials. They shared the video with their friends and said, "This is real. Something needs to be done." The people who wanted a mystery found a mystery. They reversed the audio. They tracked the TikTok account. They cross-referenced the Thai channel. They dug through Filipino social media. The people who wanted content found content. They made reaction videos, gameplay videos, fake sequels, trolling sessions, and other servers. Nobody stopped to sit with the one thing that was genuinely true, regardless of whether the video was staged. That somewhere in the world, there are children for whom that audio isn't a sound effect. It's a Tuesday, it's a normal afternoon, and no one is watching. The viral video, real or fake, made 10 million people stop scrolling for 11 seconds and actually listen. That's not nothing. That might be the most important thing about this entire case. So here's the question I want you to sit with, not type an answer to immediately, but actually think about before you go to the comments. If you found out right now, definitively, that the Tiffany video was staged, would it change how you felt when you first heard it? Because I think for most of you, the answer is not completely, and I think that's worth understanding about yourself. Tell me in the comments. And subscribe, because the next case in this series starts with a username that shouldn't exist, and it gets stranger than this one.